Okay, so I'm in a car with Yusuf, Sadi, hey Sadi, hey. Susan, hi. And this is Rabia. You don't have to see my face. Wait a minute, Sadi, aren't you going to the mosque first?
I was gonna go back to the Patapsco State Park.
Oh yeah,
You want to go that way first?
Back, yep, and then we can come back and then see the mosque real quick. So
we're doing a little drive-through tour of kind of the relevant sites in Jay's many stories. And just where the kids would have been going maybe on that day or on their regular routines.
That was the non's house. That's security boat.
Yeah, so this is right now we're on Rolling Road and there was a mall behind all that fog.
Go down all the way, that's when you hit Woodlawn. Just about 2 miles down the road this way. But right here, Fairbrook is what takes you to that park.
Patapsco Park from the back way?
The north part. So in Jay's stories, he claims they go down to the cliff section, which is in the southern little leg of the park.
Okay, so that would be, you have to go through Ellicott City.
Long ways.
Right.
You have to go all the way, you have to cross over the bridge. That wouldn't make any sense.
Not in the middle of the school day, no.
But there is a noon tower ping, L688.
This makes
which
sense.
Looks like it could have been Patapsco, but not the same section that Jay talks about.
This would be it, because I know Adnan did go back in this section to the state park, and they would go hiking and do things up back here.
Does hiking mean smoke weed?
Probably smoke weed and hike.
And Jay was outdoorsy, right? I don't think Adnan was outdoorsy. Was
no, they were somewhat. He was somewhat outdoorsy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jay was outdoorsy. Like he'd go canoeing and so on.
Okay, so what road are we on now?
Fairbrook. It's right off the Rolling Road.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it for now until we get there.
I visited, but it happened when Adnan and Jay would have been together.
Around noon.
Okay.
Susan, I would say, like, do you have something written out? But you probably know it by now. I
know it by now.
Yeah, you know it like crazy, I'm sure.
Somebody said, I think on Reddit or something, that they imagine that Susan has, like, in her head, one of those boards, like a map with all these red strings everywhere and, like, Post-it notes, and I totally imagine that, too. I mean, after having, you know, read that stuff so many times, I still can't keep it, like, I can't keep it completely straight. And I don't know if it's just...
a clear mind, stepping into it, that can do that. But us being bogged into it, this whole...
you know everything that's happened, and I don't, so I have to figure stuff out and keep going back and check.
And you figuring that out actually helps us figure it out, too.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, it has never been an issue of trying to figure out what actually happened that day, so much more than this is what Nan said he did, and I believe him, period, and I don't believe Jay. Like, I never really took it further in terms of, like, kind of the sleuthing that you're doing.
This is what his lawyer should have been doing out
there. Yeah. So this is Johnny Cake again? It starts up. Okay.
It picks up. So now we're going to go kind of, like you'd said, the north section of the park. We're going to go from
okay, so let me ask you, like, why, okay, let's say Adnan went to give him the car and they wanted to smoke a joint. Like, why would they go this far out of the way to do that? Why couldn't they just do it in the house?
I don't know. I have no idea how they do that.
I have no idea.
Maybe it was a nice place to smoke.
Like on a January, like in a...
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they smoking, so I don't even know what, like, if they've been caught somewhere or...
I mean, it doesn't seem like Grandma would... I don't know.
It could just be a weird...
Or maybe he was like, okay, let's just drive around a bit and I'll drop you off to school, but they just stopped somewhere to smoke. I don't know.
Think the whole...
But here's the thing though, Adnan was fasting. He was not going to smoke during the day. He actually broke his fast that day. That's what he told me that he remembers. He remembers breaking the fast after track practice, like stop getting food right after track practice.
You know, he may have smoked still though.
If he's fasting?
Yeah.
Then you're not fasting.
Well, I mean, that's like if you curse, you break your fast.
No, that's not true. You don't curse and break your fast. It's not good for your fast, but you haven't broken it, like, technically.
I mean, I know some guys that smoke weed and go to the mosque and pray, so I mean...
But that's different. Fasting is different. That's like a whole...
Look, I'm saying a I know would smoke weed and still consider it fasting.
Okay.
That's what I would think. But, you know...
He was 17.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think he was...
Yeah, but the thing is this, like, even for people who are, like, not very observant, like, totally unobservant Muslims, when they're fasting, they'll be, like, really weird about it. They'll be like, I'm fasting. You know? They won't pray. They won't do anything else. But for some reason... Huh?
They'll take it
real seriously. And it's almost a cultural thing. And then at night, they might even be, like, you know, having a whiskey sour. But if it's Ramadan, they're like, dang it, I'm fasting.
Yeah, but then there's some people that think drinking... Oh, my goodness.
Be careful.
God, what an idiot. Really?
What's going on?
Oh, there's some other things happening here.
Oh, someone did wreck.
Okay, let me just pause.
Well,
Okay, wait, let
I'm
me
talking
start.
about. This is the Woodlawn entrance.
Where is
This
70
is where
from here?
people. I can take you because of that traffic. We'll come around the other way. So this is.
We can't. We're not gonna go this way. What's the closest way to 70?
I'm gonna. The other way would have been Route 40, but now we're gonna come around and still see Route 40 anyway.
Okay, but
this is where the guys that I know that went to Woodlawn. This is where they'd hang out. They'd drive back here, and
It didn't seem that far.
it's not that far.
It's like a couple miles, right?
No, this is literally just maybe 2-3 miles behind Yusuf's house, Adnan's house.
And that would explain the Patapsco story, sort of. If it
happened, yeah.
So this is Patapsco. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come around the other part and come back.
Do you know what Route 28 is?
Yep. Well, I'll take you.
Route 28 and 70 is where that tower is.
I think you're meaning 29.
29, yeah.
29 and 70, yeah.
Yep. And I'll show you exactly where that is. So this is one way of getting into Patapsco State Park. This is the back. I would say this is the Woodlawn way of getting into it. And then we're going to go around and I'll show you the other way. Yeah, it's really nice.
I've never been back here.
We're going to go hit Route 99 over here, and that's what gets it to 29 and 70.
Do you know this area, Yusuf?
Yeah, my mom used to take this way, all the time. Like she used to like going in the back roads. It's really
Okay.
fun.
They're pretty here too.
I don't know if this will help you see.
Alright, I'm gonna pause again. That was 70? Okay. So, alright, I'm gonna stop talking about what we were talking about, and I've gone back to filming. Okay.
So now I think we're going to hit the other section that you were talking about.
I'm holding the,
South
listen,
entrance.
sorry, I'm holding the phone like this, but last time I held it like this, people were like, Rabia should hold it the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Should I hold this way?
Yeah.
But then I thought people, okay. Then I thought it doesn't, why? It wasn't not straight up? What happened? Or it just didn't fill the screen?
If you film holding up, it has a thin screen, so it doesn't
Oh.
whole YouTube video.
I thought if I did it this way, people would have to turn their necks. I really don't know. Okay, so I'll continue to do it like this now. So where are we now?
We're actually going out into Ellicott City. I'm going to show her the other entrance.
So this is pretty far. I feel like this has been,
Well,
we've
this is a
been at
quick
least...
way that back way is a quick way to get down to Ellicott City without doing Route 40. It runs kind of parallel.
Okay.
So now we're going to come up Route 40 way
Did
and show you the
Adnan
other
ever
way.
come down this area? As far as you know?
Well, I lived in these in this apartment building.
Yeah, there's
my
apartments back
freshman and
here.
Sophomore year, so he would come down this area to visit me once in a while.
Huh.
But I'm gonna take you to the other entrance of Patapsco, so we can kind of see both sides. Here, I'm going out a little bit. So there's 70 and there's 29. Which move it up underneath us.
That tower would have been in range of this end of Patapsco Park. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not
See, there's
sure where we
29
are
right
now,
there.
but it's the part we were earlier, it would be.
See, right there's the 29, and that's the 70 coming down. That's the 29.
Got it.
So we came from this back way.
And that's north. Okay.
We came this back way, and now we're going back up to the 695.
So now
They would take that road.
All right, so we're going into Patapsco this
And
way.
this basically is, this actually all loops back, and we're going to come out that way anyway.
this is morbid, but I don't understand why someone would choose Lincoln Park over Patapsco.
To bury her?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that's kind of
Exactly,
people
same
know
here.
that that's where.
I don't understand. No, I completely agree with that. I don't understand either.
Why? Why wouldn't you understand? It sounds like a lot of people dump bodies there. I mean, like that's what
Yeah,
it
but a
sounds
lot
like.
of
The place.
Baltimore City people. I mean, not us in the county don't know
Baltimore
anything
County,
about
yeah.
that place. Like Adnan, if he were to bury.
So I'm sorry. I thought that you were saying that because Adnan would not. It would have made sense for him to come here if he was going to do something like that. He would have gone.
Everyone that lived in Baltimore County, this side of town.
Or it
knew
would have
about
made sense
this.
for him come here.
Yeah, these would be the woods that you would think.
Yeah,
people
but you know,
who
in
lived
Jay's,
know about
but
it.
in one of Jay's versions, doesn't he say that Adnan was thinking and he advised him against it? Isn't that what?
Sort of, but the coaches fed that story to him. Or the coaches,
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
That's a good
the
Freudian
detectives
slip.
fed that story to him. Because he didn't say anything about that, and the detective tells him, well, didn't you suggest burying Patapsco?
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
and
that
then
was
Jay's
part
like,
of it.
oh yeah, I did that.
So we can ask the ranger where the cliffs are, because I don't even know.
Is there a ranger here today? It's
No,
closed.
might not be. So I don't know where the cliffs would be.
Okay, well,
These are sheltered.
Well, you can see there's a lot of woods here. There's so much woods.
Oh, a ton
There's a lot of
woods.
This would definitely be higher on my list of burial spots.
and I would
You probably look at
imagine
that
in the middle of a
map real
weekday,
quick and see if
it would be
there's a-
pretty.
Do you want to take a look at that map too? Maybe take a picture of it.
I can't. Okay.
up anywhere on that map that showed the cliffs.
Do you see it?
We've got.
Yeah, you can't. It's not
Hey,
like
Yusuf.
topographic. You can't
Yeah.
really tell. Well, I mean, he said looking above the.
Can you Google the cliffs, Patapsco State Park? Oh, she has your phone? Let me Google it then.
I know it's next to some ruins.
All right, so.
I'm guessing.
Hey.
You can't really see anything.
Okay, let's see. These are the cliffs. Oh, this is. I bet you it's pretty when you can see something, but you can't see anything. So, where was the guy smoking? Where'd he go?
When we walked up, we wandered off that way.
That way. There's a path there.
Yeah, it's a walkway down. Because
Oh.
you can go all the way down. Down there's a river or a creek.
Oh,
It's a river technically. But
yeah. I mean,
this is where you start and you walk all the way
yeah.
down.
But look at how far this is from the car. Like, if you're really like, who's gonna drag like a body from there to here?
no, it wasn't about a body at the cliffs. It was just smoky weed, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was a dramatic place to have this conversation.
that's true. With the sun going down, he said all these things. But the truth is, if he picked him up around after 5, the sun had gone down at that point. Oh, but this was in the afternoon. Why can't I keep my? It was the afternoon. Okay. All right, but then the sun wasn't going down in the afternoon. What's happening? I'm
It's
good.
to be dramatic. Which way's west? You know.
If the sun was out, I could tell you. I can know. Oh, or a map. That map might be.
Compass.
Okay.
Which is far the way of everything.
So why do you want to know which way is west?
If you've been here before and you've smoked up and saw the sun setting, it might.
Oh, I
something here
see.
told.
Okay.
If you're gonna like discuss a murder confession, why not tell a story about how it happened somewhere?
Yeah. I wonder if
There's a place for it. If I was gonna confess
if-
to a murder, I would do it right.
right here. Yeah. I wonder if the film adaptation will actually do it on site. You know.
Oh Lord.
That's absurd. I heard.
West
HBO.
would be right there.
Okay, so no sun setting. He's just.
So you think these are not the cliffs, or that was just totally
I
made
think
up?
it was probably the cliffs. Just
Maybe.
maybe.
No, but the truth. Okay.
What about on the other side of the river?
That's exactly what it said. This goes down into the river right there. It goes right back up on the other side. So the cliffs could be on the other side, seeing the sunset.
But is there is there access to
I have no
drive back
idea.
there? Can you actually get back there? Okay.
Hey Susan.
Yeah.
Where we were was in the hollow field area.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to confirm the cliffs are in that area, but that's where we were, just at the hollow field.
I'll have to when I get home. I don't know that name. All I know is it's somewhere close to the St. Mary's ruins.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it. The video take. So we basically made a big old circle, and we are back at Johnny Cake and Rolling. Right. This is where we are. You go to the left. It's you know, that's where Adnan used to live, and we're gonna go to the right, which is where the mosque is, and I'll just pause until we turn. I'm gonna start taping, so let's table that conversation a bit. So we basically have just rolled down what is this, Johnny Cake, a couple hundred yards, and we're now gonna make a left onto Johnny Cake.
Someone posted on the subreddit that they read that and then it said
Adnan's view. You know, if he gets out in honor of him, we will absolutely force the city to rename it Adnan's View. So this is the mosque. So you know the story. I totally believe that after whatever they did in the evening, that Jay would have dropped Adnan off, because usually what'll happen is in Ramadan people are parking out here on the grass, like all up into because there's never space. It's like packed to the gills. So it makes more sense that he might have dropped him off and then run around with his car a little more before he had to pick him back up. So that's the mosque.
Courts were all set up back then, so people play basketball. And this really,
Yeah.
it wasn't fully
Constructed.
done like this.
Yeah, like the front part did not exist. It's okay. So this is the mosque in relation to his house. So you know, it's like right down the. Okay, I'm gonna, I guess, pause it. Is there anything to see? So what's that? Oh look,
That's
here's
exactly how he would be. You know?
this is what the brothers do here. Yeah, there we go.
Outside.
You're not taping, right?
What's that?
Oh, you are.
I'm tipping right now. Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to Rolling Road, and then we'll go towards
To the school?
Woodland. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna
How
pause.
did you get that here in 99?
Yeah, that was here, but I think it's been upgraded. So that's the McDonald's in the corner. We are right in front of Security Mall. Do you want to? It's too late to swing in
I
there.
would probably go to Woodlawn and we can come back and check it out because it's so close.
Okay,
Just so
but
we
we're
can-
going to the park and ride, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna-
Then we go back to Best
Then we'll come back this way.
Yeah, whatever you like.
I say, well, it's okay. Well, that's fine.
You
And
start
are we-
at the high school and then from there?
Okay, that's fine. We'll do that.
go on?
Okay.
It's so funny because there's so many different places in these stories. So
And then
go
there's-
here, back
So
there.
cool.
And Lincoln Park. Are we going there? Are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that part's
We're not going to Grandma's house, are we?
No.
Okay. That's fine. Just want to make sure.
Susan.
Oh, by the way, so that this federal and state tax electronic. So I remember we went there with Asia
Yeah, exactly.
to get her an affidavit notarized.
Yeah.
It was the only place we could find. Like there was no other place open. I think it was on a weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so we had no other place to go, so we just went there. Anyway, all right. So we're just
So
roll.
that's the Best Buy, and you see that back corner is supposedly the area.
That's the Best Buy.
Yeah, let's pull in there later.
That's the sign that Gutierrez, cross-examined him about being, have you seen that testimony? Gutierrez cross-examines. She's like, is it not the sign that's like this, and is it not that? And I'm like, why are you going on about the sign?
Why wouldn't she say like, were you not stepping out? Were you not? Why didn't you just be like, were you stepping out? Yes or no? Like I don't understand. She couldn't have, everything she.
Well, there was also some, I think her health was affecting how she was. Well, I would be interested in hearing other lawyers who had worked with her.
Someone had to have noticed.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Even people in the state had to have noticed. They have been like opposing her for opposing counsel for like forever.
Her partner at her law firm
Yeah.
actually is the camera on right now.
Congratulations on the.
Is what?
I'll mention that later.
I'm going to start taping. We are at the corner of Woodlawn and Security
Mm-hmm.
Boulevard, and we are maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile down the road from Best Buy. Is that right? Am I estimating right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to turn, and it's right down here. And then the library is right next to it, so we can just kind of explore, maybe roll around the parking lot and see. I'm just going to pause. Is his cat, Winston.
Yeah, my friend, they had a kid. My friend got married. Got a cat.
So they had a cat.
So this is
Okay.
one side of Woodlawn.
So this is
We
Woodlawn
can
High.
probably go that way.
Which parking lot did
I think they got out of that one, but we're gonna see it all, so we have plenty of time.
it really bugged me that in the police statements, the detectives are so careful to make Jay identify which parking lot he went in and where he went.
Okay, check this out.
It
So
made
this,
me-
So this is
here
the library. This is the library on the
This is
left.
when they were, the judge was like, you weren't on campus, and this is when I was like, I was on campus because this is the library,
And that's the school.
and this is the school.
Oh God, it's
So a lot of kids would just kind of, and this is
So
this is
you
that.
could say it is campus.
Yeah, and I think this is the circular drive that Inez Butler talks about, right? The circular drive where.
the other side next to the gym.
There, we can go that side too. Yusuf, do you know where the gym is in here?
So do you have any idea if there were security cams at the school?
That looks like that would
There
be.
should have been, right?
I think they might have had them in '97 because things were hairy back then. Like people were getting shot up at the local malls. So I think there would have been security
I remember
cameras.
we went to the library, Robbie. When you and I went, I mean, they didn't think we were crazy for asking about security.
Well, they had cameras. They said we did. We just didn't keep the tapes for that long.
This is the gymnasium. I don't know
Oh,
though.
that looks like a gym actually.
That's what I'm saying. The shape and everything would make
It does
sense.
kind of look like what a gym looks like.
And usually they have their own entrances, exit for like schools. And stuff.
This is probably the circle right here.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is
Yeah.
this is the.
And this is
area.
where she stopped and ran in and got her snacks and stuff.
This makes
Yeah.
sense.
Although there was no hot fries thing in our car, by the
So
way.
this is, I think most people went out of the other parking lot, and that's where they parked. The kids did, or they parked down there. But this would be the loop where you'd stop, run into the gym, to the concession stand.
And if Adnan was going to leave school and walk to, he would have just come out this exit, and then walked over to the library.
Yes, 100%.
I guess.
So when Jay drops out on the back,
He said it's the back of the school.
no, during midday at
Okay.
school,
Yeah.
after they go on a whatever they do,
Yeah.
he went to the rear. And he says again, when he went to pick Adnan up a track, he went to the rear.
Okay, so we'll go to the
And
rear.
then for the trip to drop Adnan off a track, he says he went to the front. It's phrased weirdly, but a different parking lot.
Then that's that one.
And I still want to know if that's because there were security cameras at one and not the other.
That makes it real.
Well, I see cameras, right here in the corner, so let's roll around and see if we can see them around the other place. And
Because the
so
detectives
this
are
was
just way
one-
too concerned with it.
I think a lot of students park in this lot, I think. I'm not really sure. I think
is this a school? Yeah, this is a school lot.
this is still a school lot. And I'll show you where the rear is. The rear is, actually, you have to get
I'm
back.
pausing because I'm running out of tape. So yeah, in the second trial testimony, Murphy goes to the judge and says that the witness said that defendant's been waving at him the whole time while she was testifying. And the judge is like, what? And the judge is like, no, I've been watching. Nobody's waving at anybody. So something's up with Inez.
She said Adnan was waving.
She said that the entire time she was testifying, Adnan kept waving at her.
The judge would have noticed that.
Of course she would notice. Like, she's facing him. So the judge goes, no, he's been a gentleman the whole time, and he's acted totally appropriately. Anyway, so I don't know what Inez's deal is.
I don't get why she changes her statement so much.
What parts of her statement that she changes are the most...
Her first statement, she says that Hay was not going to the wrestling match.
Right.
And then... That's the big one for me. Why go from that?
I feel like she's confused about the days. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is that she's getting days mixed up.
I think she's very unreliable.
These are some of the fields. I think people track practice, football, everything. Yeah, so I think this is where people get.
Maybe he dropped off Adnan here.
Around here somewhere.
Yeah, if he actually dropped anybody off. Adnan says he never happened. Obviously, that he stayed on campus the whole time until track.
Exactly.
But normally, when he did, or if he ever would have, it might have been back here.
So they never pulled security cameras from the high school.
Gutierrez did nothing. I don't know if there's... I don't see cameras back here. Do you see cameras back here?
I see no answer.
But there definitely are cameras facing the library side.
Even that. Freaking, they were supposed to be at the McDonald's at 8, and they didn't pull any... They definitely had cameras at that time at that McDonald's.
Not at 8. It was right after school.
No, not at 8, the number. I mean, eat.
Oh, to eat, okay.
No, at one point, Jay says that after taking Adnan back to the...
Wait, are you getting water there from there? Or are you going to get it from the gas station?
We can get to the gas station. I'm going to show her the back. There's also a back of Woodlawn. I don't think anyone means this.
Okay, so let's try the back of Woodlawn.
No, Jay says after taking Adnan back to the parking ride after track practice, he went to McDonald's and wait. And I don't know why. He went to McDonald's to wait after dropping him off, and then Adnan came back with his car 40 minutes later.
And I thought there was one of the stories where Adnan and him
went and ate there too.
And that was the first story.
Alright, I'm pausing. I'm gonna tape.
This is their I'm gonna turn on.
But that's pretty. Is there an access? Oh, so can you access the? How do you get in? Oh. You can't get in.
From there, right? See, there's the other parking lot right there.
So you think somebody could drop somebody off on the road here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right where the guy's coming out. So I'm just saying, if someone says the back of Woodlawn, I would think they would mention that.
I mean, his statements are really weird. I couldn't interpret what he's referring to.
But this is the track. So that's the thing. See, that's the school. We see this.
Yeah, we see it.
That's where the library
is. That where they had track practice?
I don't know.
Well, this would explain why he wasn't on a security cam. If this is where he's claiming he dropped off Adnan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where track practice would have been.
But you know what? If Adnan said that I basically just walked from the school to the library, that would have been on the security camera. You know, because there were cameras back there. We saw them.
And she never pulled them.
Yeah.
That would have been on there. You're right. Like, why was that not?
Because she did nothing. She did nothing. That's what I'm trying to. I'm saying this whole time. She did not. She did not.
Just fucking watch these. I would have sat and watched them for like hours.
Yeah. No. She prepared no defense. That was the whole problem. Is she didn't try to account for his time.
The statement that killed me the most in the first trial was when they're talking about the cell phone records, and they had the whole little stat of whether it turned over or not, and she says, "No, I didn't look at them because I didn't care."
Right.
Do not care.
Well, maybe because she didn't think at the time that was going to play. You know, maybe it wasn't until the second trial that she really thought that was.
To, like Heisenberg herself, like like Walter White.
Explain that. What does that mean? I know who Walter White is, but what's Heisenberg?
Basically, what I'm trying to say, she knew that she was deteriorating mentally, so she just wanted to make as much as money as she could
get out
and get out. But she didn't realize that there's collateral damage because
it's a lot of damage. Yeah.
Well, I remember at that time, I was like, Christina, why aren't you calling the other girl that's Adnan was talking to? I was like, there's a girl in Philly, there's Misha in Silver Spring. I was like, he told me that he just hooked up and slept with some Russian girl at Woodlawn.
Great.
And I'm like, how come you aren't calling these people? I'm like, where are you?
Adnan also gave her the names
and
the contact
Christina
information.
said, Saad, it's their responsibility to prove his guilt. It's not Adnan's responsibility to prove his innocence. And that would be her line to shut me up
legally,
all the time.
yes.
Yeah.
In terms of actually having a trial.
But that would be a responsibility. They have no evidence. They have no evidence. And that's all. I should just reply every time. Okay. Why don't you do this? Okay.
I guess maybe she was so confident that given that they have no evidence, they can't win. I guess maybe.
I mean, she's never dealt with a Muslim guy with a different culture, different background, and all these other,
That shouldn't have even been an issue, though. That was just crap, and she made it worse.
Here we're back on security. Now we're going to be going. I think Lincoln Park is this way.
Okay. Are we going there? Or are we going to the park and ride?
Park and ride is down
I'm so
Here.
turned around.
Park and ride down this way. So we can go to park and
Let's
ride.
go to park and ride
Yeah,
first.
let's go to park and ride. It's a weird place for a park and ride. I couldn't figure out why they really have that there.
It's basically where 70 ends.
Yeah, there's no public transport there.
People commute together, so they'll carpool from there, I think.
It's somewhere around here. 'Cause I know we come.
Do you not know? I'm gonna pause it then. Did you say from the school?
It's not far.
A couple miles.
1 mile.
It's really close.
Yeah.
Windfall Trail.
And now take a look. That says Lincoln Park.
Who wants to talk to me? I want to talk to you about
It says,
that.
oh, it says Windfall Lincoln Park.
Sorry, Dad.
Okay. So, you can go ahead.
So when I first started listening to the case and went on Google Earth, my first thought was that they had gotten into Lincoln Park right through there. Because that's Lincoln Park.
through here.
Like, I thought they'd pull the car up into this area at night, and then you can unload a body with no one's around you
Right.
and walk through the woods, and you're in Lincoln Park. Which would have made sense, but the actual placement doesn't work with that.
You know, the other thing is, like, there's a heavy police presence in this area. I mean, there are like cops always everywhere. And it's just, I don't know if somebody could really do that safely. Like, you know, I doubt if they're going to actually park their car and then pick it up, you know. But to pull over and to take
I mean,
a
I can
body
see
that
them
far.
drive up, drop the body off, and drive back and park. I mean,
Can you
this is-
drive there? Is that a driveway?
Yeah, there's a driveway up there.
Oh, that's an actual driveway. Okay, I thought it was a walkway.
No, you could drive over there.
Yeah, I guess that's possible. That's very possible.
But
But
then, of
it
course,
doesn't work.
But the body's not on this.
and you would
Side
have,
of it,
you.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. This is the park and ride, though.
And again, back to the question of why Lincoln Park. If you have a car and the body's in the car, you're not
Leave it in the
limited
body.
where you go. You
Yeah.
can go a long ways.
Yeah.
Instead of going to Kathy.
No, sorry.
Why'd you? Who cares about that?
So we are on Franklintown Road. We just left the park and ride, which is about over there somewhere.
Yeah, not
And
far.
You do a circle around. This goes to the park. There's a barn. That's weird.
So, what about pool halls back then? You know what pool halls do you remember in the area?
Those are on Route 40. We passed them, actually, guys.
The ones down by Elcott, right?
Yep,
Like
we
those.
passed
Yeah.
those.
So they weren't in this area though.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
They were
I
down.
didn't realize their house was over here.
And there's the famous sign right there that so many people take pictures of.
Okay.
That one in the corner. New model homes. I'm sure their sales have spiked
So,
after cereal.
actually, if we can, I'd like to see if we can recreate Jay's story from the Intercept interview.
How do we do that?
I know where the roads are.
Okay, let's do that.
It's on the computer screen. We'll see how that translates. How busy is this road in the evenings?
It's pretty busy. It's very busy.
So how are they unloading a body at 7 o'clock at night, in the afternoon?
It's really busy. Especially around that time.
Yeah, they did it at midnight or later. It had to have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Otherwise, there wouldn't have been. I cannot reconcile that.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you gonna write about that?
I
So-
would like to have a doctor.
Mr. S is saying that he's driving on this road and it's like, I have to pee, but then there's like, you know, gas stations
And take a
everywhere
leak,
close
leak,
by. And it just doesn't make any
And basically parks and walks straight back to the body.
Isn't it around here somewhere?
Go ahead. I know where we are now. So apparently, Jay says they pulled over at this spot when they did because there was nowhere else to pull off. As you can see, God, we're not that far back anywhere. We're like basically next to civilization still.
Yeah, definitely.
So someone's there. It's a tourist checking it out. It's right there.
They're gonna see Rabia and be like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
No, God, please. Do you think that these people are looking?
Absolutely. It's absolutely where it is.
They're
That's where it is.
100% looking.
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's turn around and.
So
we
the
will-
car is barely. See, you can't.
Wait a minute, they were actually looking for the
Oh, they
burial
were.
site?
They were absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
probably.
God.
How about we pull over here and walk back? You want to pull over here and walk back? Can we do that?
Wait them. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, because I don't want to like run into.
Let's go get
tourists.
a water or something. You wanna
Come
do
back?
that? It's up to
No,
you.
hold it. It'll get dark.
Bunch of weirdos.
Well, we're doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
it
but
makes
we're
sense for us,
involved.
man. We're like,
Involved.
should we make a celebrity appearance?
Oh my god, that'd be
No,
super
this is weird though. I don't want to. I
No, I
don't
mean,
want to
just
run
who
into
cares?
people.
They won't know who we are.
Oh,
They will. Yeah.
They will know
if
who
they're
we are.
here for that same reason,
There's so many.
They're in the wrong spot, but yeah.
There's a. I don't. They are. definitely here for that.
So, what do you want to do then? Yeah, no, it's not entertainment.
Wait, is it? I wanted where we just pulled over a second ago. If you go up the hill, that's where Jay says.
Yes, that Adnan had taken the car up there.
Perfect. Okay,
Let's
I'll
go
turn
back
around.
there. Okay.
This is. I mean, well, he couldn't. I now know why he only went 127 feet back, because there's a hill you can't get up with the body.
Good point.
No, but who would put a body right there? Why would
I
you
can turn around here?
Someone was desperate.
That's like the worst.
But why were they
area.
desperate? They
They had time to do
They
it
had
right
time
away.
to do it. Yeah.
They just didn't give a shit. That was more it. They didn't give a shit.
They just
were
wanna
like, they're not
dump-
gonna.
It was
I'm not
someone-
linked to Adnan. It doesn't even matter.
It was someone who was very, very casual about it,
Yeah.
or someone who was insanely desperate.
No, but why not? I'm telling you, sewers or something. Just throw it.
Why do you keep coming back to sewers?
I'm serious.
What
the
book
sewers
did you
would-
read?
Well,
Whatever
anybody's
movie
put-
you
Like,
just
when's
watched.
the last
I know
time you
where
have
I'm
a?
going to.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
Have you seen like the sewer grates? Like, how do you even? You can't
Bro,
stealth like a
city
person.
workers go in the sewers, man. They can't just have. They don't have bodies just floating around
The
in there.
Ninja Turtles will take
no,
it.
The ninja, yeah, Splinter.
Okay. Well, let's see if they have left.
And
Hopefully.
you know the
they-
alligators would eat them, duh.
Yeah.
So is there actually fishing back here?
I think there's some areas, but very little. I mean, that's absurd.
I think there's some stuff in there.
There's probably cracked leads fish back here.
Well, they're getting in, which is good. They're definitely
They are
here
taking
for the
pictures.
cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. There's no other reason to take a picture of this place.
That's so sad that this becomes.
Okay, so this is the hill, but where? To the right?
To the right.
Yeah.
So here's what I think.
This could be the pull-off.
No. Go.
No.
So here's
I'm taping by the way.
Straight more.
right.
No, to the right. To the right. To the right.
From Jay's last story, he again has cars that disappear randomly. So ignore
Yeah.
the extra car. What happened was they did with one car, it seems like, and you had probably two people, possibly one, could have done it either way. So they have the car up where we're going, and then they drive down, go to that spot. They unload one person in a shovel.
Yeah.
The driver comes back up the hill up here.
And walks down.
And then the person digs a hole, goes back up, meets them. They drive down again, do a quick unload of the body, and the driver pulls away again. So the car's never pulled over for long. Like, there's never
Right.
an awkward time where you have a car,
Waiting.
yeah, like, I'm not gonna have an officer pull over.
Yeah.
Like, everything okay? Can I help you?
He
This
said
is
that
a strange
Adnan told
neighborhood.
him
Yeah,
to wait halfway up the hill.
yeah,
Up
this is a strange neighborhood.
This right here.
I mean, it seems like a nice neighborhood.
It's kind of weird placement for it, though. So, yeah, and there's plenty of pullover spots. This was it. The weird part is in Jay's story in the Intercept interview is that he starts off saying he has two cars. So he says Adnan drives Hayes' car down while Jay's up here in Adnan's car, and then a little while later Adnan walks back up.
Yeah, he says that.
So I don't Hayes' car just
Where it
vanishes.
went. And then there's a lot of times in different stories where he talks about then Adnan thought we should do this, but
Yeah.
you're in different cars, dude. Like, how are you communicating with one another?
You have cell phones.
Yeah.
Because that bothered me in his first two and his trial version. They've got a car chilling out at the side of the road while
Yeah.
they have a body against a log.
They're doing all that, yeah.
Like, someone is going to notice, report a broken
and
vehicle.
it had said, he said about 25 minutes, right? I think they're gone.
He changes it.
They are.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody would leave a car here at 7 o'clock. I mean, it is really busy at that time. A lot of people take this road.
But even at midnight, you wouldn't have wanted to have a
yeah.
car pulled over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys get out here, and then we'll pull up.
What was
close.
that?
Oh, I just.
Oh, okay. So we'll get out. And...
I'm pretty sure those things were not here.
No, these they weren't here,
You can stay in. Come just fully close to these.
Alright.
so we can get out. Okay, so you're gonna lock the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because my purse is in there. Yeah. Yeah, these barriers were not here then.
I think in 1999 in January,
Yeah.
they were still building this trail, and it was halfway done, or not fully finished, because
Okay.
they referenced it at one point.
The trail.
And I think they could have just pulled up right here.
Yeah. A little closer to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see somebody
there's a
going that
trail.
far to pee, to be honest. If you're going to take a leak by the side of the road, you're going to take a leak.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
They're gonna see you here or there, so.
So
There's no privacy.
yeah.
Yes, we should. Oh, so weird. I can't believe the trail here. I hate that.
There, I think that's the log.
Susan, who the hell would come back here to pee though? I'm telling you, something is up in this direction.
I think he heard something. That's what I think. I've always thought that.
He heard something, but he came forward. He didn't leave her there.
He didn't. That's right. He didn't. So he did the right. There, I think that's the log.
Susan, who the hell would come back here to pee though? I'm telling you, something is up in this direction.
I think he heard something. That's what I think. I've always thought that.
He heard something, but he came forward. He didn't leave her there.
He didn't. That's right. He didn't. So he did the right thing.
He was the most suspicious guy in the first circus of the trial that we had.
Only because it didn't. It was suspicious how he found it. I don't think he was connected to the crime. He wouldn't have come forward. It doesn't even make sense.
He's not connected. He heard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think he might have heard something.
That's a major log right there.
But it's like, how do you even, I mean, look, it's like a slope. It's a slope behind there, right? Like, how do you even, is that really it?
I think the tree's been moved.
Do you think it's that one?
No, I don't think so. This is not it, actually. That's wrong.
She was on the other side of the
No, that's
log.
not it.
That's not the log. But this isn't, is this for, no, this is not the log.
The right tree.
Yeah.
I think.
That one right
It's a
there,
40-foot
right there.
independent log. Oh, maybe that's it.
That's it. That looks like it's an obvious big one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why it's even less. Look, someone else pulled up.
Oh, well. Whatever, just, do you think it's this?
Yeah, that's what it looks like because it was on the other side.
It's this one. Oh boy.
Do you think?
What do you think, Susan? Do you think this is the one?
Yeah, it fits. It's hard to put the same log. It's in the area.
And look at the authority from the street.
It's right here.
Yeah, Rabia, show them the road. It's worth saying.
Yeah, it's right here. Oh my gosh, there's two other cars.
It's right here.
Well, why right here is so close to the road?
If it's the log, I think it is, but
It is the log, but why right here?
it's on this side. Because
There's no other, this has to be it. This is the only area that would even,
Well, there's nowhere else he could take him. Like you said, it's the creek. So he stopped. This is it. This is all the choices he had.
But they could have maybe.
I mean, we know that her body was found by this log, right?
No,
It's
I'm talking about. as far
I
as-
understand that, but I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. Why would someone put a body right here, so close to the road?
Because they were, like she said, probably
they're taking
desperate or
pictures.
something. God dang it. People coming behind us.
My God.
I can't believe in the short time we've been here, like we've already seen like 4 cars, 5 cars.
no, it's not cool.
Yeah, okay, should we go? All
Yeah.
right, let's head out, people.
Could we go from a direction where we don't like have to
No, we're gonna,
run into them?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
I'm
right
stopping.
here.
All right,
We
let's
were
go.
staying at the spot. So.
All right.
you know.
Okay, I'm sorry, what did you say? Repeat
These
that.
are the posts Jay mentioned in some of these statements. Where they entered the woods.
So it wasn't, oh wow, look at that. Check this out. It's like a whole line. People are like,
Yeah.
or maybe people think, why are people stopping? I don't know. Anyway, all right.
I know.
Yeah, it's really, and
Pull up when you guys are-
I've never wanted to see this spot and
I'll
never
pull
come
up right
before.
here.
Yeah, pull up a little bit so we can get it.
I'll do it.
Okay. But it does seem like a really, such a risky place to do it. Like, don't you think?
It would be a very dumb place to do it.
It's just
and That's
risky.
not something.
I could have done it so much better.
Yeah,
I think a normal person could have. Unless you really had someone that didn't give a shit. That wasn't
that's it.
thoughtful, didn't give a shit.
Or just had to quickly but even then it's risky. There's so many other places that are more secluded.
They wouldn't be tied to this at all.
There are 2 options. It is someone who is so panicky and freaking out
Yeah.
and have no senses whatsoever, or it's someone who's not giving a damn.
Or they, yeah. I don't understand.
Someone who took a second to think about this wouldn't do it this way.
But
definitely,
Mr. S though. Who the hell stops here?
I mean, he must have.
I think he heard something. I mean, I think people have heard something. I mean, there's no way this goes down in a community that tight knit and people don't know something.
I told Rabia a long time ago. I was like, this is like a Baltimore City hood story, where like, you know, it's within a certain neighborhood in Baltimore City. People know about this, but yeah. Now,
and every community has that. We all have our grapevines. I mean, like, so. I just don't think it was random that he did that.
Better places to pee around here.
Yeah.
this is insane. Yeah. Anyone would think.
But he didn't have to go that far out to pee.
Yeah, I mean, his house is like right back. He's left his house not long. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop it. So.
I know we should go to Mr. S's house.